Paducah resident Kevin Comer wants some accountability for local flash flooding because he's seen it get worse and worse over the last few years. Bill Hughes has his story and a city's official response.
Comer recently told the Greg Dunker Show that the property where he and a friend live on Deer Lick Place has flooded 34 times in the last 21 years, with water inside it 8 times. The last flood was July 7th. Comer said he had 1 to 2 feet of water flowing through the home. He went to the city commission meeting along with other flood victims, but said he got no help. He said construction of large churches, college buildings, and businesses in the Crooked Creek area have covered ground with asphalt, so water now runs toward his neighborhood.
You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that ground's no longer absorbing water. It's running off, and it has to go somewhere. And right now, it's all being funneled in our direction.
Comer's home is flooded so often he doesn't have carpet, flooring, or kitchen cabinets because he knows they'll be ruined again. Paducah City Engineer and Public Works Director Rick Murphy said the city understands citizens' concerns, but new construction isn't to blame. He explained that for every development over 10,000 square feet, current law requires each builder to compensate for the increase in runoff, restricting its flow to keep the creek at the same level. Murphy said based on what he and others have seen and their calculations, the systems are handling water as they were designed.
I know that's hard for people to understand as their belongings are being flooded, but it is factually correct, and I'm just trying to provide compassion with factually correct information.
We'll have more on Comer's situation and one of Rick Murphy's possible causes for the problem as this story continues tomorrow. I'm Bill Hughes.
Keith Griffith took the stand in his own defense this morning in his murder and arson trial. Bill Hughes was at the courthouse and returned to file this report.
Testimony began today with a character witness who knew the Griffiths because of their membership at Westwood and Silos country clubs, and a local body shop owner who said in spite of 50 years of experience and knowledge, he can't say if the SUV in surveillance videos is Griffith's or even a similar make and model vehicle. Keith Griffith then took the stand and portrayed a normal family relationship with a wife with whom he enjoyed playing golf, his job experience on the road, which he described as very lonely, and his eventual relationship with Deanna Janes, with whom he said he wanted to be friends with benefits. He said he initially lied to investigators because he was ashamed of where he was on the night his wife was murdered. After explaining several things which the Commonwealth Attorney's Office considered suspicious, defense attorney Mark Bryant asked Griffith how he felt today.
I'm still embarrassed and ashamed of all of it.
Did you kill your wife?
No, sir, I did not. I loved my wife.
Did you burn that house down, Keith?
No, sir.
Did you kill those dogs?
No, I loved those dogs.
Did you destroy any kind of evidence against you in this case, other than some rags you threw away?
No, sir.
The Commonwealth Attorney's Office is cross-examining Keith Griffith this afternoon. I'm Bill Hughes.
Pat Green on the Rabbit Station, 93.3 WKYQ. Breaking news is going on tonight at the McCracken County Courthouse. We have all the details. Bill Hughes is there from our news department live right now.
Courtney, I'm at the McCracken County Courthouse, and the Keith Griffith murder and arson trial has just been declared a mistrial. The jury deliberated from about 2:30 until about 8:30 or 8:45, and then came back to the judge and said they were deadlocked. The judge told them that they were the best suited group to reach a verdict and encouraged them to continue deliberating, but the jury foreperson told them they were deadlocked. Judge Tim Kaltenbach then declared a mistrial. He also set a hearing, a pretrial hearing, for March 12th at 9 a.m., where basically all of this will start over again. The Commonwealth Attorney's Office will probably begin by filing charges once again against Keith Griffith for the murder of his wife and for setting fire to their home. There will also be a possibility of a bond reduction at that hearing. Attorney Mark Bryant from the defense said that based on the fact that there was a hung jury, that means that his defense had some weight, and so he will probably ask for a bond reduction if he is retained by the Griffith family to represent Keith. That is still up in the air. He has to consult with that family. Assistant Commonwealth Attorney Raymond McGee said the same thing that Mark Bryant would say. We have to start over. And they were both curious about what the count was in the jury room. We don't know how many wanted to convict, how many wanted to acquit. We don't know any of the figures from that jury of 8 men and 4 women. But at the McCracken County Courthouse, I can tell you a mistrial has been declared. I'm Bill Hughes.
A local pastor who ministers to people who have been in trouble with the law is now facing a hurdle after he was denied entry to McCracken County's juvenile detention facility. Bill Hughes reports.
Anthony Walton is pastor at Christ Temple Apostolic Church on North 12th Street and knows what it's like to be in the court system. He was convicted in 1983 for armed robbery in Tennessee and served several years in prison, His ministry in Paducah started in 1998 and has grown to include several ministries to ex-offenders. About a month ago, Walton went to the juvenile detention facility and was told he had to fill out a background check form. He was later told he could no longer make visits. He asked State Representative Gerald Watkins to help, and it was confirmed that a new state policy had been in place for a couple of years that bans anyone with a felony conviction from working or volunteering.
I understand policies and I understand the safety of the juveniles, but to me, policies without exceptions puts everybody on the same page and put everybody basically at bay.
Stacy Floden with the Department of Juvenile Justice in Frankfort said the policy was put into place in October of 2013.
The agency did not want that population of person volunteering with our youth coming into the facility when the standard was higher for our own employees if you have a violent offense.
She said the policy can always be changed, but that would require several steps before approval by state legislators. In spite of the situation, Walton is hopeful that he'll somehow be able to get inside again so he can minister to the kids. I'm Bill Hughes.
The annual 400-mile yard sale starts Thursday on U.S. Highway 68 in Kentucky. Bill Hughes reports.
From Reedland to Maysville, folks will be offering their trash as another person's potential treasure, and bargain hunters will be on the prowl. Keith Todd from the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet reminds everyone that traffic could be congested in some areas, especially where sellers don't have enough parking for shoppers.
That's where it can get a little crazy when people start parking along the edge of the roadway. And if you're out there driving along 68 anywhere, be aware that there are going to be people pulling out in front of you and stopping and rubbernecking and all those other things that go along with doing the yard sale thing.
Highway 641 from Benton to Hazel is also participating in the event, which runs through Sunday. For more information and to see yard sale locations in towns along the route, type in the number 400 and the word mile.com on your web browser. I'm Bill Hughes.
Officials at Land Between the Lakes National Recreation Area announced Tuesday that they have canceled the Pixabay project as initially proposed. Bill Hughes has a reaction from a vocal opponent of the project.
Originally, plans called for logging and controlled burning efforts to improve forest health and to restore the oak, hickory, and shortleaf pine growth in the Pisgah Bay area in Lyon County after heavy damage from the 2009 ice storm. Tina Tilley, area supervisor for the Forest Service, said the decision reflects their desire to work with the public on the future of LBL. Lyon County Judge Executive Wade White said it's a great victory, but there is more to be done.
I think it's a beginning to what's to come, and we're going to be able to work with the Forest Service, and I thank Tina Tilley for being able to get this done, and she showed that she is listening to us and that she's interested in hearing from the public.
Concerns about the 8,600 acres LBL is already trying to restore to savanna-like grasslands led to vocal opposition to expansion of the project at a June public meeting. White says he believes Tuesday's announcement is a result of that forum and other grassroots efforts.
We had a convoy tour, people calling in. I think all that is combined to help them decide that this was the best route to take. Very few people were okay with what was going to take place at the Pisgah Bay project.
Tilley said the Forest Service will likely consider moving forward on smaller, more defined projects in the area after collaborating with the public. I'm Bill Hughes.
The varsity softball and baseball teams at McCracken County High School have seen their work pay off with #1 state rankings. Bill Hughes reports.
The Lady Mustangs are 13-3 and recently beat the second-ranked team, Madisonville North Hopkins, by 10 runs. The baseball team is 15-0 and are also ranked number 17 in the USA Today Super 25 national rankings. The Mustangs have 5 seniors who have already committed to play college baseball, and the pitching staff has a team earned run average of 1.0, with 5 different pitchers posting an individual ERA under 1. The team batting average is .342, with 6 batters batting over .350. Of the 4 seniors on the Lady Mustangs, only 1 is committed to play college ball so far. The rest are still considering where to play. Eric Chumbler, the voice of the Mustangs on 99.5 The Fan, said he's impressed by the depth of player talent on both teams.
There's players for both the Mustangs and Lady Mustangs that can hit a ball as well as anyone in the region, if not better. That's the same with the pitching. They have 3 or more pitchers on each team that can beat anyone on a given night. You don't have that much success very often.
Both teams have games scheduled today. I'm Bill Hughes.